everyone, welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Orina. The dominance of the BJP can be seen from the fact that all 8 ministers to be sworn in the first phase have been from the BJP. So what happens to the MGP and the independents who supported the BJP? Asked whether MGP would be accommodated in the second phase, C-Ward MGP leader Sudhin Davlikar had to say.
Will the MGP get a cabinet berth in the second phase? What happens to the MGP and the independents who supported the BJP? Sudhin says it depends on the BJP to decide whether ministry should be given to the MGP.
Anything, MGP has given a clear letter that unconditional support has been given. So there is no question first phase, second phase.
So are you expecting the ministry?
So I don't want to comment on this because it is unconditional. It is them to decide.
पण तुम्ही दिना झाला तुझा सपोर्ट दौडताल तसे
माझा सपोर्ट असत नाही आज पुढे स्पीकरा वेळा सपोर्ट दिला
पण
नाही.
ministry
Very
not
question. None of my business.
A woman jumped off the Mandu bridge on Tuesday morning. It is reported that she was 65 years old. When news emerged that someone had jumped off the Mandu bridge, there was a huge traffic congestion at the Mandu bridge, with people trying to get a glimpse of the waters. More details are awaited.
A woman jumped off the Mandavi bridge in Panjim, Goa on Tuesday. The woman is reported to be 65 years. The incident led to a huge traffic congestion on Mandavi bridge.
पुढे आता जाऊ दे हात दाखवता हा उडी मारली कोणीतरी ओल्ड लेडी थी 65-year-old lady jumped from Mandavi bridge just now. Police are rushed to see the. होय आधी कॅसिनोच्या बोटीकडे खंयचे ब्रिजारसून मारले ते ब्रिजारसून जिथे हाडली ते हांगा पर्यंत Okay, okay.
Bureau Report for Herald TV.
The oil PSUs have hiked petrol prices by 80 paise a litre and diesel up to 70 paise on Tuesday. This is the 7th increase in a week, taking the total hike to rupees 480 a litre. The price of petrol in Goa is now rupees 187 paise and the price of diesel is rupees 92.07. The price of petrol was raised by 30 paise and the price of diesel was raised by 35 paise on Monday. The spiraling fuel prices are playing havoc with the budget of the common people.
The price of petrol was hiked by 80 paisa and diesel by 70 paisa on Tuesday. This is the 7th hike in 8 days. People are completely dumbfounded by the price hike by oil PSUs.
सरकारान 3 सिलिंडर फ्री दिवपाचें थारायलां ऑलरेडी काल कॅबिनेटान पास जाला सो दॅट इज द फर्स्ट मूव आनी स्लोली ऑल दीज थिंग्स आपुणूच म्हाका दिसता प्रायस जे पेट्रोलाचे आसा जे आसा आपुणूच इट्स बिकॉज ऑफ तुमकां खबर आसा रशिया कितें चल्ला ते सो यू कॅन ब्लेम अवर पार्टी ना फॉर दॅट इट्स वर्ल्ड ओवर बिकॉज ऑफ दॅट वॉट इज हॅपनिंग वर्ल्ड ओवर प्रायसीस आर गोईंग अप पेट्रोल म्हणा डिझल म्हणा सो ताचे खातीर एस्केलेशन आसा.
Government of the day has to help the poor people, especially the average and especially गांवान रावपी लोक, रुरल गोवान जे लोक रावतात, जे मोटरसायकल घेऊन पणजे येता, मडगांव येता, तांकां एवरीडे त्रास आहाय. 200 रुपयाचें पेट्रोल 150 रुपयाचें पेट्रोल घालचें पडटा. सो तांकां त्रास आहा चड गरीब लोकांक आनी स्पेशली रुरल गोवान रावता पळय ते लोक. आनी म्हाका दिसता 100% या आयज ना फाल्यां हेचेर डिसिजन जावपाक जाय. सरकार आतां बसल्या उपरांत म्हाका दिसता चीफ मिनिस्टरान हेजेर डिसिजन एक घेवपाक जाय की वॅट जे आहा वॅट हेचेर पेट्रोलाचेर आनी डिझलाचेर वॅट आहा ते कमी करपाचे.
Story by William Rodriguez for Herald TV.
Goa Governor PS Pillai has appealed to the Goa government to prepare a roadmap for the next 25 years. He said this while delivering the governor's address to the House on the first day of the newly constituted 8th Legislative Assembly of Goa on Tuesday. Efforts are on to resume mining operations in the state for employment generation and support the economy, Governor said.
Governor calls for strict vigilance on drug peddling. Goa Governor says efforts are on to make Goa accident-free state. Government is working meticulously to improve the state revenue. The per capita income of Goa has risen to Rs 5.04 lakh during the year 2020-2021, which is the highest in the country. Government has set up Goa CSR Authority to channelize funds, says Goa Governor. Efforts are also on to resume mining operations in the state for employment generation, says Goa Governor.
My government has received an amount of rupees 150 crore out of 300 crore towards infrastructure development from the Government of India for celebration of the 60th Goa Liberation Year. I shall request you all to participate in India 75 Azadi Ka Amrita Mahotsav and prepare a roadmap towards development for the next 25 years. Honorable members, safety is everyone's responsibility. My government is committed for well-being, security, and safety of the citizens and the tourists traveling to Goa from all parts of the world. During untiring efforts of the police, the overall crime detection rate stood at 82.85% in 2021. I congratulate the police department as Valpoi police station has achieved 4th rank among the 10 best police stations in the entire country. The state is richly endowed with industrial minerals like iron ore, bauxite, manganese, limestone, etc., etc. Besides minor minerals like basalt latrine stones, rubble river sand, muram, etc., which are the major revenue earners, employment potential generates, and also cater to the demand for construction materials. Efforts for resumption of mining activities in the state are on for stability and employment in the mining dependent villages. 27 e-auctions of the mineral ore lying at various mines in the state have been conducted. 16.03 million tons of the mineral ore have been sold. Goa Amendment to the Minor Mineral Concession Rules 1985 is notified for streamlining the process for grant of minor mineral quarrying leases and approval of quarrying plans.
At the beginning of the 8th Goa Assembly session, BJP nominee Ramesh Tavadkar was elected as Speaker of Goa Assembly. He was elected with a margin of 24 to 15 votes. Tavadkar defeated the Congress nominee Alesh Sequeira of the Congress. The name of Tavadkar was proposed by Minister Subhash Shirodkar, Jennifer Montserrat and Alesh Regina Lorenzo. From the voting, it is evident that Goa Forward Party, Revolutionary Goans and AAP voted in support of the Congress candidate.
आज गोंय विधानसभेचो अध्यक्ष म्हणून स्पीकर म्हणून माझी नेमणूक जाल्ली आसा. खऱ्या अर्थान म्हजे सारको सामान्य कुटुंबांतल्यान आयिल्लो भुरगो म्हणजे एक गर्व आसा म्हाका. केद्या मोठ्या पोस्टाचेर भारतीय जनता पार्टी तशेंच विधानसभेच्या सदस्यांनी म्हजेर जबाबदारी दिल्ली आसा. त्यामुळे हे एक पद संविधानीक पद आसा आणि ह्या पदाक योग्य न्याय दिवपाच्या दृश्टिकोनांतल्यान हांव प्रयत्न करतलो. सभागृहाची गरिमा राखून सभागृहाचे सगळे नियम आणि सभागृहाचे जे सत्ताधारी पक्ष, विरोधी पक्ष, अन्य पक्षांचे सदस्य आसा ह्या सदस्यांक घेवन विधानसभा एक बऱ्यापैकी चलोवपाच्या दृश्टिकोनाचेर प्रयत्न करतलो. आता हो जालो एक विधानसभे पुरतो मर्यादीत जो विषय आसा, पण ताज्या पेक्षा म्हाका दिसता म्हजो छंद हांव एक सामान्य कार्यकर्तो, ग्रामीण भागांतलो मनीस. त्यामुळे म्हजें आज मन गर्वान फुल्लां. इतल्या खातीरच की पद हे खूब मोठें आणि पदाक मान आसा आणि ह्या पदाक मान असल्यामुळे गोंय सरकार, गोंय सरकारचे मंत्री, गोंय सरकारचे अन्य खाती आणि तशेंच केंद्र सरकारच्या माध्यमांतल्यान ज्यो अनेक योजना किंवा आमच्या देशाचे पंतप्रधान जे अपील करतात ह्या पदाचो उपयोग करून स्वयंपूर्ण गोंय ही संकल्पना गेली 4-5 वर्षां हांव स्वताक राबयतां. त्यामुळे म्हजी कल्पना आसा ग्रामीण भागांतलो मनीस सक्षम जावप जो आसा न्ही त्या दृश्टिकोनांतल्यान अनेक संकल्पना म्हजे समोर आसात.
One day into the budget session and 20 days after the Goa Assembly election results, the opposition Congress can't still elect their Congress legislature party leader. They have now unanimously authorized Congress President Sonia Gandhi to select the CLP leader. Vishal Pai Kakode, who was close to Digambar Kamath, tweeted that 66.69% of the population who voted against the BJP were deprived of having an opposition leader in the Goa Assembly on the first day of the budget session. Watch how these MLAs reacted when they were questioned about the delay in CLP leader announcement.
Sonia Gandhi and other senior leaders to decide on next Congress legislative party leader. Nearly 19 days have passed since the assembly election results were declared, but the Congress is yet to decide their leader of opposition or Congress legislative party leader. Digambar Kamath, Michael Lobo and Alexia Sequeira are in the race.
Requesting Sonia Gandhi to nominate the leader of Brigade.
बट एक मतान कितें असो ठरून आसा तुमच्या हांगा
तांचे कोण येवकूय ना न्ही. येवक कोण अनलेस तांणी कोणी थाडिल्लो जाल्यार गोश्ट वेगळो आसा. नॉर्मल पद्दत काँग्रेसची कशी आसता, इवन एकेवाडी चीफ मिनिस्टराक सुद्दां दे टेक ए युनानिमस रेजोल्युशन. CLP टेक्स ए युनानिमस रेजोल्युशन रिक्वेस्ट काँग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट टू डिसाइड.
एनी नेम शॉर्टलिस्टेड सर?
क्लासेस
सर एनी नेम एनी शॉर्टलिस्टेड
ना. तिका पावर दिले म्हणटकीर आनी मागीर शॉर्टलिस्ट बी करपाचो. शॉर्टलिस्ट करता जाल्यार कोणी येवपा जायना.
ओके
आयलो जाल्यार कोणी जाल्यार देन इट इज अ डिफरंट.
सर तुमी काल दिल्ली गेल्ले कित्याक?
हांव इलेक्शन जाल्यार एक्चुअली थँक्यू म्हणपाक वचूना. हांव 8 दीस पयलीं वचपाचो मागीर उरलो. असेंब्ली स्टार्ट जाचे पयलीं वचून एटलिस्ट जाणें आमकां हेल्प केला इतलो तांकां थँक्यू जरी म्हणून म्हजें कर्तव्य. पराभव पचोवपाक सुद्दां मनीसपण जाय पडटा. विजय पराभव इज पार्ट ऑफ द गेम. विजय मेळटकीर सगळे धांवतात, पराभव पडटकीर कोण धांवनात. सो आय थॉट इट इज माय रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी वचून तांकां थँक्यू म्हणपाक. ते हेल्प डस लायक एनीथींग. ह्या इलेक्शनाक तांचे हेल्प आमकां भरपूर जालें. No, today I was sitting on the same, they have marked me on the same chair. So naturally, since I was sitting occupying the leader of opposition chair, so that is why the speaker said, requested me to accompany the governor.
सर अशें उलोवप जाता की 2017 सगळ्यांत चड आमदार येवन गव्हर्मेंट फॉर्म करपाक आलें आनी आतां ऑपोजिशन लिडरूय एक मतान ठरना म्हणून.
तेन्नाचें सिच्युएशन वेगळें आशिल्लें. एक मतान ठरता जाल्यार तांणी कोणी डेप्युटी सगळे जाण पराभव जातकीर तूं सांगलें न्ही पराभव एवरीबडी वेंट बॅक टू दिल्ली न्ही. मागीर परत कितेंशें आमचो इन्चार्ज येवना न्ही पळय.
Digambar sir, Vijay Sardesai is along with you because today he said ki united opposition is not active. What do you like to say?
United opposition not active म्हणजे कसं?
ना, he saying ki खंय आसा united opposition.
आता आयलें मरे
ऑपोजिशन खंय आसा काय म्हणून.
असेंब्लीक 15 जाण उबे रावले मरे. आनी कितें युनायटेड ऑपोजिशन म्हणजे कितें?
So he is there.
डिविजन मागलें आमी.
No, he is there with you.
He stood along with us, no? इज विथ अस.
सर फाल्यां पर्यंत आमी ऑपोजिशन लिडर पळोवंक शकता
आता ते म्हज्या हातान हांव कशें सांगता.
सर तुमचे लिडर चिदंबरम टिका केली की मिनिस्ट्री जायना म्हणून, सो तुम्ही कितें कमेंट करता त्याच्यावर?
कितें जालें?
पी चिदंबरम एक ट्वीट करून एक मिनिस्ट्रीच्या हे केलं, गोंयांत मिनिस्ट्री अजून जायना म्हणून.
मागीर
न्हिदला म्हणपाक
सारकें न्हिदलें म्हणटा.
न्हिदला आमदार बी न्हिदला म्हणून.
केन्ना मिनिस्ट्री आतां लेट टायम काडलो न्ही ताणें. ताजें तें ट्वीट तेन्ना आसतलें जेन्ना ते स्टेकूच करून नाशिल्ली क्लेम. दे शूड हॅव स्टेक द क्लेम इमिजिएटली. फॉर्म करपाक वेळ जालो स्टेक तरी करपाक. स्टेक करपाकच 10 दीस काडले न्ही ताणें. मागीर स्टेक केलें. ताजे फाटल्यान मागीर स्वेरिंग जाला. ताजो अर्थ तसो ताजेर आसतलो.
We have already sent the resolution to AICC for Congress President to take a call on who will be the CLP leader.
So, but why AICC? तुमच्या भितर मतभेद आसा ताका लागून जायना.
सेम जाला अशें BJPनूय सेम जाला. BJP the call was taken by the center. Same जातलें न्हू. तांकां आयज पळयलें आमी जे रेजोल्यूशन पास केला that is passed by all 11 members. Unanimously it is passed. That is no issue. So let High Command decide म्हणून सांगला. That is High Command म्हणजे काँग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट सोनिया गांधी.
फाल्याच्या सेशनाक आमी CLP लिडर पळोवंक शकता.
No, is it because Michael is ready to accept it and थोड्यांक नाका?
It's not about accepting or not accepting. We let the party decide. काँग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट आहा थिंगा गुंडूराव हा AICC इंचार्ज आनी पी चिदंबरम आहा तेणी सगळ्यांनी बसून ते डिसायड
आनी गोंयचे प्रेसिडेंट
आयज ते आदी रेजोल्यूशन गेला.
बरें आनी GPCC चे कितें आहा?
GPCC प्रेसिडेंट
GPCC प्रेसिडेंट म्हाका काय खबर ना. ते थिंगासरूच डिस्कशनाक आहा.
It's William Rodriguez and Clinton D'Souza for Herald TV.
On Tuesday, a holy cross besides the statues of Saint Joseph and Mother Mary was found damaged at San Jose de Arial. Villagers have raised their voice over this issue and demanded strict action against the culprit and installation of CCTV cameras. Police investigation is on.
Holy Cross, statues of Saint Joseph and Mother Mary damaged at San Jose de Arial. Villagers demand strict action against the culprit and demanded installation of CCTV cameras. Police investigation is on.
आमकां राती कडेन कोण येयलें की हिंगा आमगेलो थंय पात्रोण सेंट जोसेफ तेगेलो स्टॅच्यू फोडला आनी तें पयलें जातालें पूण आतां ऑल ऑफ अ सडन हिंग जाला आनी बेतनी कॉन्वेंटाच्या फाटल्यान एक फुरीस आहा थिंगाय तेणी फोडले आनी इमाज्यो विमाज्यो भायर मारले. सो आमगेलो आज MLA येयल्लो सकाळीं आनी स्पॅक कोन्न गेला. सो म्हाका दिसता की आम कोणागेल्या रिलिजना इंटरफियर जायनाय आनी आमी जावपाचें न्हय. सो आमी सगळे रिलिजना आमी रिस्पेक्ट करताय आनी वी लव ह्युमॅनिटी. पूण हें एशकोन करप हें सारकें ना कित्याक हो आमगे पात्रोण आनी जायतीं वर्सां जालीं हिंगा. मुगे मेन रिजन आतां आमगे आतां येदोळ पंचायत आहा ते कॅमेरा लायले पूण ते कॅमेरा चलताय कितें खबर ना आनी मेन विलेज पंचायत तर कॅमेरा मॉनिटरींग ना जाल्यार आमी आनी कितें सेव करता तें म्हाका खबर ना. सो नाव डेज कॅमेरा मॉनिटरींग इज मोर इम्पॉर्टंट कित्याक सगळ्या कॅमेराचेर तुका फुटेज कॅप्चर करपा जाता आनी कोण कितें केलां दवरपा जाता. पूण आतां आमी कोणा दोतले. सो हें क्वेश्चन आनी एश कोन्न प्लीज मागता एश कोन्न आमगेल्या रिलिजना इंटरफियर जायना काय कित्याक आमी कोणागेल्या रिलिजना इंटरफियर जायना. सो एश कोन्न नेक्स्ट टायम प्लीज हें कोन्ना काय आनी कोण केला तेजी आमी इन्क्वायरी करतले.
हो आमगे सेकेंड इन्सिडेंट थंय पुलीस फोडा तेजी ग्लास फोडले आनी सायड बेंड मागीर आमगे थिंग उडयले ते सायडीन उडयले आनी हें हांव कंडेम करता आनी पुलिसान हेजें इन्वेस्टिगेट करचें.
ओ पुलीस एक्झॅक्टली खंयचे कडेन पाठयता?
इगोची म्हळ्यार कॅनला फाटल्यान.
ओके आनी हे राती जाला न्हू दोनूय इन्सिडेंट?
हय रात जाला आनी तो इन्सिडेंट राती कळलो. बाप रेडी तेणें हें केलें आनी आतां हो सेकेंड हांव सकाळीं कळ्ळा कोण शेतां कामां वयता आसतना.
Is Marcus Gonsalves for Herald TV.
For 2 days on March 28th and March 29th, the All India Trade Union Congress organized a nationwide strike to protest against the government's alleged defective policies against farmers, workforces and individuals. In support of the nationwide strike, members AITUC organized a rally from KTC bus stand followed by a public meeting at the Municipal Garden Panjim on March 29th and voiced their demands. People from different organizational sectors from Goa participated in the rally.
All India Trade Union Congress organized a rally from KTC bus stand, followed by a public meeting at Panaji Municipal Garden on March 29th. AITUC voiced their grievances against faulty government policies and put forth their demands. The All India Trade Union Congress AITUC Goa State General Secretary Christopher Fonseca demanded that injustice towards farmers should be stopped, violence against SC and ST members should be stopped, and that the members of the community should be protected, along with protection for women and children. He also demanded to reduce the excise duty on petrol and diesel. AITUC have also demanded the increase of minimum wages and allocate budget towards the overall well-being of people.
मेन मुद्दे जे आसात सरकारान कामगार विरोधी केल्ले कायदे फाटी घेवपाक जाय. शेतकार तेचेर जो कायदे केल्यात ते आनी अन्याय जाता शेतकारांचेर ते फाटी जावपाक जाय. दलित आनी शेड्यूल्ड कास्ट आनी शेड्यूल्ड ट्रायब्स जे लोक आहा तांचेर जो हमलो जाता ते थांबपाक जाय, ते फाटी जावपाक जाय, तांचें संरक्षण जावपाक जाय, बायलांचें संरक्षण जावपाक जाय, भुरग्यांचें संरक्षण जावपाक जाय. आमी जाणात हे पॅन्डेमीक येयसून कोवीड लाखांनी भुरगीं चायल्ड लेबर म्हळ्यार बाळ कामगार म्हणून जाल्ले आहात, वाडलेले आहात, त्यांचो आंकडो वाडलेलो आहा. हे सगळे प्रश्नांक ह्यो सरकार कसली जबाबदारी घेयना. म्हारगाय शीम आनी मेर नासतना वाडला. पेट्रोल, डिझेल आनी LPGचे प्रेस जो आसा तो इतलो वाडला की लोकांक जायना जियोवपाक. तेका लागून आमी उलो मारला एक्सायज ड्युटी कमी करा. एक्सायज ड्युटी कमी केली जाल्यार पेट्रोलाचो आनी डिझेलाचो प्रेस देंवतालो. ही सरकाराक की कोण पळय इन्कम टॅक्स भरिना तांकां दर म्हयन्याक 7,500 रुपया दिया. लोकांची ताक हात आनी पांय घट करतले आनी जरी तर ह्या म्हारगायेक तोंड आमी दितले, लोकांची आर्थीक बळ वाडोवपाक कमीच कमी पगार वाडयात. आमी मागला की कमीच म्हणल्यार कमीच कमी पगार 750 रुपया दिसवाडो आसपाक जाय आनी कमीच म्हणल्यार 21,000 रुपया एका कामगाराक एका म्हयन्याक मजुरी म्हणून मेळोंक जाय. अकुशल कामगाराक, कुशल कामगाराक आमी म्हणला कमीच म्हणल्यार 910 रुपया दिसवाडो आसपाक जाय. अशे आमचे डिमांड आमी घाल्यात आनी त्याच बरोबर आमी सरकाराक मागतात चडांत चड पयसो शास्त्रांनी घालनाकात, युद्धाच्या शस्त्रांनी घाली नाकात. बजेटीचे पयशे चडांत चड आरोग्य, शिक्षण, उदक, गरजेच्यो वस्तू ज्यो पळय लोकांच्यो आहात तातूंत घालात. म्हारगाय कमी करात आनी त्याच बरोबर लोकांक एक जियोवपाक आनी स्वाभिमानान जियोवपाक तुमी तांकां सपोर्ट करात.
Farmers from Balpar, Kutwal village continue to raise the objection against a pump house project which the WRD had taken up at the river bank of Balpar. Farmers said water from the river will be pumped and released in the canal, which will result in lowering of the water level. They also informed that along with this, 2 pump houses, the 15 MLD plant which is coming up at Chandel will also pump river water, and all this will make it difficult for farmers to cultivate their fields. They said that farmers from the Kutwal village and surrounding villages are totally dependent on the agricultural activities, and if they are unable to cultivate their fields, it will affect their livelihood.
Farmers from Baipur, Kutwal village continue to raise objections against the pump house project, which the Water Resource Department has taken up at the river banks at Baipur. Farmers said water from the river will be pumped and released into the canal, which will result in lowering the water levels. They also informed that along with these 2 pump houses, the 15 MLD plant, which is coming up at Chandel, will also pump river water, making it difficult for farmers to cultivate their fields.
बैलपार जे प्रोजेक्ट तेंच्यांनी चालू केल्लो आहा त्या प्रोजेक्टा कडेन आमी हांगा पंप हावस करून हे उदक कॅनलाक सोडपाचें आहा. तेका लागून हांव सरकारा कडेन आनी एकदां विनंती करता की हे उदक वयर व्हरचें न्हय. हे वयर उदक गेल्या उपरांत हे सकयले शेतकरी सगळे पाणया वचून हे जातले आनी उदक थंय उदी शेती ही करूंकच मेळची ना. तेका लागून वयर आनी एक 15 ml तुमी आनी एक पंप बसयतात हे उदक आसलेलें ना जातले आनी खाऱ्या उदकान हे जे आमकां शेतां करची पडटली ते उपरांत.
It is Ashmita Polji for Herald TV.
The villagers of Karmalim have been slapped with hefty water bills from over the past 6 months, where they are forced to pay thousands of rupees even as the government had promised 16 units of free water. When locals along with Karmalim Sarpanch Basilio Fernandez visited executive engineer, they were told that 16 units water is not free for those who consume over the limit. The Sarpanch requested the government to give the 16 units free irrespective of the amount of water they consume. Executive Engineer PWD Vishwambar Bende has said that he will put forth Fernandez's proposals to the government and encourage people to come forth with their issues.
The villagers of Karmalim have been hit with hefty water bills. Karmalim Sarpanch Basilio Fernandez demanded 16 units free water irrespective of consumption. People are unable to pay the bills for the past 6 months, which now match their salary. The executive engineer has asked to file a complaint based on which it will be decided if the consumer can pay in installments.
आमकां कंप्लेन केले ह्यूज वॉटर बिल्स येयल्यांक म्हणून आनी आमी ती स्टडी केले आनी आमकांय बिल्स एक्सेस बिलींग जालो आहा आनी गव्हर्मेंट आमकां सांगता 16 युनिट्स फ्री मेळटले म्हूण. सो तेंगे सर्क्युलर प्रमाणे आयज आमी ही एक आमची कंप्लेन दिवपा येयल्ले. तितून ही सांगता की सर्क्युलर प्रमाणे जे मनीस 40 युनिट्स वयर या 20 युनिट्स वयर यूज करतात तांकां तो बेनिफीट मेळना. आमी गव्हर्मेंटाक डिमांड करतात या चीफ मिनिस्टराक सांगूंक सोदता 16 युनिट्स जे तेणी प्रॉमीस केला should be given to all, every consumer, irrespective whatever consumption ते कोत्ता ते प्रमाणे. जी बिल येयला 100 म्हयन्यान दिला म्हणटा 100 म्हयन्यान बिल येयला ते हजारांनी बिल येयला आनी जे डेली वेजीस लोक आहा तांकां ते पे करूंक जायना. तांकां एकल्याक 10,000 11,000 बिल येयला. तेंचे सॅलरीज आसा 8,000 9,000. सो फ्रॉम वे दे वील आतां ते कितें सांगतात इन्स्टॉलमेंटान या आपल्या अनेक कंप्लेन कर करेक्शन वो स्टडी करतात आनी तेजे उपरांत जाय जाल्यार इन्स्टॉलमेंट पे करपाक दिता म्हूण ही आमकां सांगलां.
आतां कितें जालां आमी जी नवी सिस्टम स्टार्ट केले ताजे प्रमाणे एक 4 to 5% लोकांक मातशे हाय बील वतात बिकॉज ऑफ द फ्लॅट रेट विच इज एप्लिकेबल अबाव 40 युनिट्स एंड अबाव 50 युनिट्स. पळय अप टू 40 युनिट्स म्हणजे एक घराक 20 युनिट बी लागता नॉर्मली. अप टू 40 युनिट्स देर आर नो चेंजीस इन द टेरिफ. ओनली दोज हू आर कन्ज्युमिंग मोर ताचे खातीर फ्लॅट रेट आसा थंय मातसो चेंजीस जाता. थंय मातसो हायर वता बील. सो दॅट इज द ओनली रिजन. बट दीस इज आयदर फॉर अ फॅमिली हू आर हॅविंग.
And that's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on O Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.